hello, hello. So, 20 to 12 it is. Ice shakers at the ready. Earlier this week, I got out my paper umbrellas and bendy straws, and I climbed upon the Toon's latest nightlife attraction, the Mobile Cocktail Lounge. Yeah, you heard me right. They parked up at the front of the Pink Palace and taught me a thing or two about a Harvey Warbanger, all in the name of Newcastle's second annual Cocktail Week. Now, the Mobile Lounge, run by the Cocktail Project, is a converted mobile library, and it's very swish. So whilst you hear my boozy masterclass, I'd like your literary cocktails on text and phone. I'm thinking Tequila Mockingbird. See, I couldn't think of any more. Can you do better than Pride and Pina Colada? You see, Tequila Mockingbird, that's good, all right? Pride and Pina Colada, what would you say? Pride and... It's prejudice, isn't it? Presser juice? Pride and presser juice? Pride and... I can't think. So I'd like your literary cocktails, seeing as the Cocktail Project is in an mobile library. 01912326565 on the phone, BBC, and then your message to 81333 as we talk cocktails.
So we're going to make you a bathtub martini.
I can't get it right at home when I do a gin-based martini.
Martinis, it's such a broad term. Martini can refer to the cocktail, as you know, to vodka or gin martini, the James Bond style. Yeah. Gin was the original, so there you are, you're in good company. But it can also refer to the style of glass, the style of the cocktail as well.
So a bathtub what?
A bathtub martini.
Right, okay.
You'll like this one because it's got one of the best garnishes you've probably ever seen in a cocktail.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So what we're going to start with is a double measure of, we use a vanilla vodka. We've got this really fantastic, it's sugar syrup. So when you go for your coffee in your coffee house, you have a caramel latte or a vanilla latte, it's the same kind of thing. See if you can work out that flavour.
Bubblegum.
In one.
Oh.
So we're going to use a bubblegum syrup.
Oh, okay.
That's your bubble bath. And a lot of cocktails is kind of measuring sweetness and sour, matching the flavours. So obviously we've got some very sweet syrup in there. So we need to pair that with something a little more bitter. So we've got some lemon juice.
Shaky, shaky.
So we shake that until it's really nice and cold. Little fizz as it pours out. That's our bath water, as it were.
So you've got sort of smoky pink liquid, right? I thought that was it.
Very, very sweet flavours. And then obviously no bath would be complete without your bubble bath.
Yeah.
So what we've done is we've made a vanilla foam, which we're going to add on top. As promised, probably the best garnish you've ever seen on a cocktail.
Go on.
Which is a little rubber ducky, which also squeaks, and he just sits quite happily on the top, just like that.
Oh, and that is a
bathtub martini.
That's nice.
Her name was Lola. She was a showgirl with yellow feathers in her hair and a dress cut down her there.
So, Stephen, having just had my first cocktail made for me, which I'm still reeling from, in a lovely way. Cocktails, the drinks to have now?
Absolutely, and I think anyone's cocktail week very much reflects how the quality, the experience of Newcastle's nightlife seems very much coming on at the moment. And you can get cocktails covering all different types of drinks. You get ale cocktails, beer cocktails as well.
You can't have ale.
Absolutely.
No.
You do.
That's wrong.
They cover all types of drinks and they taste absolutely fantastic.
Why did you start a cocktail week?
I think Newcastle's nighttime economy has very much moved on in the last few years. I think as you've just experienced mixing a cocktail, it's a skill, it's an expertise, far more akin to a chef as opposed to just pulling a pint. You know, it's about balance of flavours, knowing your ingredients, and I think we just wanted to celebrate the expertise that the city has in that respect.
Cocktails, more of a girly thing. I can't see a big butch bloke with tattoos drinking a bathtub martini.
Absolutely not. I think cocktails are absolutely for everyone. If you haven't found a cocktail you like, you just haven't tried enough.
So, I mean, you two are a little bit manly.
Yes.
You probably...
I hope so.
But would you have one of those, or would you want a cocktail in more of a pintish glass?
Well, no, because obviously you've got things like rum and whiskies and things like mojitos, all sorts of drinks like that. We do a drink called a New Fashioned, which is Bacardi 8-year-old rum with ice and a few other bits of bells and whistles on, and that's quite manly and quite a nice chunky glass, so it's not all about girly glasses.
Right. So, Cookie, has the image of the umbrella in a drink gone?
It's evolved. Del Boy's gone. But the cocktails are evolving. It's a lot more about the theatre. We do some fantastic smoking cocktails, which we'll give you a look at in a second, and that's all about the impact.
So, the man that owns Fat Buddha, Bob, is sex on the beach a thing of the past? That's a cocktail.
Survives in some places, but it's not what you would aspire to anymore.
What is it?
Vodka Archer's Orange and Cranberry.